Good morning and welcome to the pre-market live show. It's Friday, January 31st, last day of the week, last day of the month. Here we go. We're wrapping it all up today in January. So let's see what the heat map looks like. Not too bad. Microsoft, Apple's up. Google, Meta, Amazon, all up. Nvidia's down a little. Tesla's a little flat. So we'll go through them bad boys. And let's go ahead. I actually didn't even send out the hold on a second. I forgot to retweet out the Jolie's jumpers. Did I? There they are. Here we go. I'll send them out right now. And here we go, ATHE. Let's see what that was doing. It was run up there. It did pull back. It ran up way up yesterday. It was moving. So what it do? That was 2 days ago. It's still running yesterday. 660 to 694, and then came down to the fours, 407. And this morning it's at 438. So that one's going to be pulling back here. But that did have a nice run up, and I did see it moving around yesterday as well. BHIL, that Benson Hill, way up yesterday. We were looking at it. BHIL, looked at it last night. Today it opened at 351, came down to 317, and it's at 326 right now. So that's Benson Hill, and that ran at the top and was coming back down. So that one was run up yesterday. And CIFR, Cipher Mining, let's look at this. It's crawling up right there. CIFR, not looking bad. And yesterday it did run up 459 to 598. It closed at 552. And today it went 562 to 587, and it's at 522. So these things run up, even the $5 ones. It doesn't matter if they're set up, they're running in the morning and then kind of pulling back there. Clue, CLEU. Let's look at it. It's down, way down here. Let's see, CLEU. And yeah, that's way down there. That nice dip. It went from like 751 down to 13 cents. It's at 15 cents. We'll take a look at that one. And let's look at CYCN here. CYCN. And that one does look really good right there, huh? I would keep an eye on this one today. CYCN looking nice right there. It ran up yesterday. 230 to 385, and it closed at 375, and then this morning it ran 363 to 397. It's at 297 right now. Let me see. It doesn't look terrible right there, so you keep an eye on that and see what it's doing right there. And that CYN is down 5 cents. I was just curious because it was the same letters as that one, CYCN. And KITT, that one's popped up there. We were looking at it last night, as a matter of fact, KITT, and it did jump up there. It was in that channel and looks good. So that one is run up this morning here. It went 243 to 266. It's at 227. What it closed yesterday at 227. So you're right there where it closed, but it did run up. And LODE is Comstock. This one's run up there too. LODE, let's see. That one looks good this morning, huh? 43 to 55. It's at 44 and could have some momentum right there. Keep an eye on that LODE this morning. LBLY Mobile or Mobileye or something like that. And they have earnings. Was that yesterday? And it pulled back, but it does look good. I would check this bad boy out after these earnings report. Yesterday dipped down good, 1665 down to 1355, and then it closed at 1608. And this morning it's at 1647, and it came down to 1630, but not looking bad. MBLY, keep an eye on that one. Not looking bad to try to set up and move. And NAOV, we were looking at this. It's down 8 cents, but it was run up there yesterday as well. NAOV. And what it do yesterday? At 54 to 76, and it closed at 52. And then this morning it opened up and came down to 49. It's at 51 right now. It's on the 20. It could try to bounce back up. We'll see on a Friday. And that SPGC is like that Golf Parente thing, Sax Parente Golf one. And it was jumped up. It looks like it's hit that top and came back down. And it did. It ran for 3 days. So you got your 3 day run out of it. It's pulling back. And ZAPP, good old Zap here. ZAPP, Zap Electric Vehicles. Let's see. Oh, wow. It's way down here. It popped up big time yesterday. And let's see, it zapped itself right there. and it went 110 to 165. It's at 154. It closed at 154, and then this morning it went 150 to 158, and now it's down to 139. So zap, but not looking bad. Honestly, could still run up there, get back up over this 50 right here at 142, and it'll look pretty good right there. So ZAPP not looking too bad. There's your Jolie's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Jolie. And here's our laptop travel down and neglected ones, our laptop blowdowns, and let's see what CTNM is doing here. CTNM. Let's take a look at it. It is way down in that basement. That'll be probably a good one for next week. So CTNM, I was going to take Laptop Travels list and put it together for next week because there's so many good setups. So over the weekend, I think I'm going to do that. EVTV. This one's going to be setting up. Had a big old dip yesterday right there. So that EVTV, let's see. Yeah, I mean it's been dipping around. It ran up the other day. I remember we were looking at it, and then yeah, it dipped down yesterday to from 50. It went up. It went from 52 to 83, and then down to 33. Closed at 36 this morning, 36 to 60, and then it closed at 32. It's at 32. I mean, so that is running around right there. EVTV and GRO. Oh, hold on. GRO. Let's see. I had Brazil Potash Corp. This is in the it opened up into the basement. That's odd. You don't always see that happen. So, yeah, we'll watch this one because it will get moving. And it looks like it's going to try to set up and roll off that MACD or just like pop itself off of there real soon. So, we'll keep an eye on GRO. And Icon, we looked at it last night real quick. It's still down there and it is getting set up. Like I said, a big old hook. So we know it's going to bounce around as it curls up big time. So that one you can just kind of play as it curls up, and then we'll find it when it gets ready to actually do its little pop there. IGMS is IGM Biosciences, and this one's down at the bottom in the basement trying to curl up here. IGMS, let's see, IGMS, and it was moving a little bit yesterday, 147 to 158. Today it's at 147 to 148, and it's sitting right there. So it's not really doing a whole lot, but it does look like it bottomed out the other day on Wednesday at that 145 area. So keep an eye on this IGMS. That one's looking pretty good to try to move soon. IZM. We've been looking at this, and it's been in the basement. Has that weird look like could try to get curling up. I'll look at it today and see. It looks like yesterday could be its bottom right there, and that would be at that 119, and right now it's at 123. So I'll look at that, see if it's that bottom right there, and that'll be a good one. MGOL, let's see MGO Global and see what it's up to here. It's crawling up. Oh, yeah, that one is trying to roll off that MACD. Keep an eye on it. I know we've been looking at it, and it is on the scanner, and it is looking good. I would keep an eye on that MGOL today, guys. MVO. Let's see what MVO is up to here. MV Oil Trust is way down there. That oil is all the way down there. Holy cow, MVO. Hold on, let me see. 579 down to 521. It went to it's at 540 as of yesterday. Not doing anything this morning, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. That'll be a good one. RTC, this one was trying to it was pulling back yesterday, and I think it might be bottomed out there. We've been watching this thing just dip down day after day, and I do think yesterday was its bottom. It went 104 to 163, and it came down to 80. So this morning it's at 84 to 94, and it's sitting at 90. Keep an eye on it. It looks like it wants to roll off right there. RTC not looking bad. And SDST, that good old Stardust one, that one's setting up too. Yeah, keep an eye on Stardust Power, guys. SDST. This one looks pretty good to try to get cruising as well. So keep a good eye on that one. And STSS, this Sharps Technology, took a nice dip. And it's just kind of setting up. Yesterday could be its bottom down there at 40 cents, 40 and a half. It's just above that, so we'll look at it. And WINT, we were looking at this last night, and it's trying to crawl off that MACD. It's a semiconductor one. WINT, and it is getting set up. So a good list right there of good setups, some that are going to be popping off next week, that's for sure, and maybe even one or two that might be moving today. So there you go with your laptop lowdowns. Thank you very much, Laptop Travel. Let me know what you guys want to look at. Let's see what the market's up to. Let's see. I guess. All right, here we go. Yeah, Apple's pretty green there. Let's just go through them real fast and see. The SPY is up $3, so it did roll off that. It just curled up there really nice, so that's a good look. And then Apple, like I said, is way up $9. Wow, that's flying up to 247. You got it. It's cruising right there. Good old Apple. And Amazon's up $2. It is trying to crawl up off that MACD, so looking better. And Google's probably moving at 102 because that was curled up and it got over that resistance. So that's a good look for Google. And Meta's up another 380, but it's in the top. I'd be real careful with Meta, honestly. I wouldn't mess with that now. We ran it up from like 6 to 7. Microsoft pulled back big yesterday down to that line, that support line at 418 right now, and not looking too bad to get set up. I don't think it's popping just yet, but Microsoft will get set up right there. And Nvidia, that is down $1.96 and pulling back today, so we'll have to wait for that to get set up. And Tesla, like I said, that's getting set up. It got beat on its earnings, but it looks like it's trying to get moving. So keep your eye on Tesla to get really set up for next week. It looks like I would have to imagine it's going to be looking good next week. AMC's up 2 cents, and this thing is setting up really, really good. That Unity's up 33 cents, and it is curling up right there. And GameStop's down 9. But how about our Chewy's just sitting flat? But watch this thing because this thing could get moving today, guys. I don't know what the heck they got going on, but it isn't doing anything just yet this morning for either chart. But it does look really, really good. I looked at it this morning to see, and it wasn't moving. I was hoping it was, and to see which way it wanted to go. AVGO is up 292, and this one's going to get set back up after it got smacked down on Monday. And good old MU is down 76 cents, and not looking too bad there. Just a little setup. And TSM, this is up $1.43, and like I was saying yesterday, this one looks like it's just going to keep cruising up. It looks pretty good. TSM is definitely a solid one. SMCI, this one's trying to curl up. It's not ready just yet. And AMD's up another 63 cents, and it's up there looking really good and could get cruising today. Guys, I was saying AMD was looking nice, and it should try to get moving 119. It's got to get up over that 20 right now at 120, and it'll really get moving there. So it's right about there and trying to get really in a good spot. So keep an eye on AMD. They have earnings approaching, and I'm figuring that it's either popping right before the earnings or right for them. So right around there, it looks like it wants to pop up AMD. So keep an eye on it. QCOM, that's up 240. We were thinking it wanted to roll off that MACD, and it is. It's rolling up there a little better. So there's QCOM. And Intel INTC is up, and it's just trying to get set up here. Let's see. It is trying to roll off that MACD. It looks much better after the earnings yesterday. So it jumped up onto that 20. Let me take a look at that this morning. And yeah, it could. It has to get up over this 20 area right here at like 120.75, we'll call it. And Intel could get moving INTC. And let's take a look at Snow real quick. That's up 376. We were saying it looked pretty good. And how about MicroStrategy? What's that one doing here? That's up 88 cents, and MicroStrategy's finally trying to set back up. And crypto wasn't looking too bad. We'll go through that in 1 second. So let's just look at fun real quick because that was looking really good. It's sitting right there, but keep an eye on that fun, guys, because it is looking good. And how about IBM? It's down 30 cents, but that was a big, beautiful run up. And ExxonMobil was looking good. It has earnings today, so we'll keep an eye on it. And we'll play right around that earnings. I wouldn't be surprised if it tries to jump up the way it looks, but I'd be careful, and we'll look at it after that. So there you go at your big caps right there. And let's go ahead and look at our crypto and see what it's doing this morning. Let me see on here. Bitcoin still at 104,726. Ethereum's at 3,334. Ripple's at 309 and Solana's at 238 and Doge is at 33. So they look like they are looking better right there. Let me grab the app and look at the charts real quick and we'll see what's going on for crypto. Here we go. And like I said, Bitcoin, it's down like $290, but it's still looking pretty good here. And let me see. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's still, I was watching it last night. It never curled any which way. Let me take a look on my chart right here just to get a better look at Bitcoin. Um, See where that line is on the MACD. It's flat, but it looks like it's trying to push its way up. So it has a pretty good look right there. I like it. Ethereum, let's see. That looks pretty good, I would say. Oh yeah, Ethereum's trying to run back up to that 50 right there. So that's a good look, actually. And Solana is down a couple, like a dollar. It's at 238. It was at 240, I think, or something. But it is looking much better. Trying to make that curl, and again, it's not really curled up just yet, but it could pull back or it could make a base. Let me look at Solana real quick as well, SOL USD, and see what you're up to here. Yeah, it's not. I mean, that 50 is right under it at like 231, and we're at 241. It looks like right now, possibly. So, it could get curled up today. I mean, I like it to try to. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad to try. So we'll keep an eye on that. Cardano's back to 97, so that's nice to see. It getting back to a dollar. And let's see. Oh yeah, Cardano was at that spot. I was watching it last night, and it never got over that 50. It was hitting it, but now it looks like it wants to get over. Remember, I was saying if it can do that, it'll probably all start to look pretty good right there. Not that Cardano is going to be the one to make all the decisions, but I'm just saying it's probably a good indicator that it could start to move right there. And Doge is at 33. And let's just take a look at our Doge. And yeah, that 50's coming down and it will get curled back up there. It still has a little bit of time for the 50. There's a little space there. So hopefully it catches some good momentum today, can run up to it and get up onto it, and then it would pop back up. So that would be what Doge needs to do right there. We'll keep an eye on that one. And let's look at Bonk real quick. We'll see what that's doing here. BONK. Well, if I could spell it, BONK. And here we go. Let me just see right here. And Bonk is pulling back down there. Well, it's bottomed out. It's way under the 50s coming down to the 200. It's below the 200. Once them two meet up and it gets there, that's when Bonk's going to want to pop off of there. So Bonk will have a good little run. It ran up hardcore at the beginning, and now it obviously had some nice pullback there. So that's what Bonk's up to. So we'll keep an eye on that. And let me hop on here and just take a look at our ETF 500 and see where we're at this morning. I actually didn't look at it yet, so I will check it out here. Hold on a second. What is going on? Um, Let me get here. Watch list, boom. And here we go. ETF 500. Let's look at it. Market cap's at 21. It's at 0.2179. It did spike up. It almost got to 3 cents at some point last night. I remember early on it almost got there too, but it was probably jumping around there, and it is going to make its way up to that next level. So keep your eye on our ETF 500 because I'm telling you, it's about to make that next move. It needed that healthy pullback. It was totally normal. It had run up 8 days straight there. So nice little pullback, and now it's ready to go up the next level and take some more running. So that's what we wanted to see. So that's looking good there. Let me see what you guys want to see. Green Thumb says, beautiful day. Oh, yeah. Even with rain where he's at, but ETF all the way. That 12-hour bullish after hours, you guys, bullish as fuck. Yeah, it definitely is, guys. I'm telling you, I knew it was going to pull back a little bit after them 8 days, like I was explaining last night. You're only going to get 5 to 8 days, 5 to 10 days. You start seeing that, expect 2 to 3 days of pullback, and then if they're real solid, they'll keep going. But unless you're like Bitcoin, even Bitcoin will do it because they just run like from they get too high up there on the chart and then they got to kind of pull back. And like my analogy with the bow and arrow, it's just exactly what happens right there. So let me know if you guys want to see anything else. Let's see. I doubt that LRHC is doing anything just yet. Yeah, now it's just sitting there flat at 42. We'll keep an eye on that one for you. And let's see what's going on the scanners over here. It's just been a little quiet this week after that big sell off on Monday. So it just hasn't been the craziest week, honestly, but that's fine. It'll get popping for next week, and that's perfectly good. TCTM Kids, that's a China, I guess, education company, and this one's curling up there. Just be careful. It's up already 125%. So some of these China ones are trying to run. That Clue came way down. That's a China education one, and that one dipped hard. KITT was trying to move and load. SGN was trying to move back up. It did take a nice pullback yesterday after that huge run, but it is up this morning. So this SGN, I don't know what they're up to, but they had something happening because it went from 203 to 724. Yesterday it was in that channel of 420 and it came down to 223. It closed at 239, and then this morning it opened at 256 and is right back up to 424, and now it's at 412. So in that channel, and I would say this SGN is probably a pretty decent one if you can catch it down there on the dip again. It looks like it wants to run up a little higher, and that is signing day sports. So take a look at that one. And ORKT is at Orange something. I forget what it's called. Hold on. Orange Cloud. That's it with a K. Orange Cloud Technology. And this one's crawling up really good. We've been looking at it the last few days. That's how I knew it was an orange something. But yeah, it looks really good. And it might even run a little this morning, 155 to 209. It's at 156. So keep an eye on that orange cloud right there. Not looking bad. MGOL. Keep an eye on that. Trying to curl up. How about Rhyme and B Hat? Let's look at them real quick. RIME. It is trying to curl up. Like I said last night, it was going to be hitting that line. It's up today. It looks like it's up a little bit, 4% right now. RIME. So it's hitting that line, and it should try to get that one last pop in. So if you're in it, keep your eyes on it right there. RIME and BHAT. That B hat's down below 4 cents. And it's just kind of hopping around here, getting ready to actually get set up. Maybe we'll keep an eye on it and see what it wants to do today. Hopefully it can, yeah, it looks like it's trying to crawl up through that MACD and get moving finally. So I think B Hat's in a good spot right there and wants to finally get cruising. So keep an eye on B Hat. BHAT, and that CYCN was on there. We looked at it with Jolie's jumpers right there, and let's take a look at NVIDIA, Intel. Oh, that SOXL is looking pretty good. It's up some. That semiconductor bull, and let's see anything else. That CYN is way down here. Big dip, like I said, took that could be that dip and rip situation right there on CYN. So keep an eye on it. I know I looked at it before and then it started to pull back. It looked like it wanted to keep that momentum and obviously didn't. But here could be the good opportunity for CYN soon. So we'll keep an eye on that. And that GCTK, how they going to pull a reverse split yesterday? That's kind of crazy. And that one's down another 7% today. So unreal for that. And that's why these penny stocks are a disaster anymore. They all do it. But here, let's look at the volume side and see what's going on over there. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else. And like I said, it's just a little slow moving, it seems. But it's all good. And we're going into a Friday anyway, and we can get ready for next week and get popping. So let's just check it out. Everything we've already looked at, literally every single one we looked at is on here, and that's it. Just one page. LLY, look at this thing. It's down 223 this morning. It was looking good for some momentum, but didn't do it. And NXE, we're going to keep an eye on that one. It's just flat right now. Agrify was looking pretty good yesterday, so keep an eye on that one as well. And what else did we have that was looking decent? Let me just take a quick peek. Hold on. What was I gonna look at? Oh yeah, it was TXNM. That's what I wanted to see. TNXM. It's just sitting flat, but take a look at this one, TXNM, that TXNM Energy, and a lot of them are just kind of sitting flat. A lot of them on that scanner list that are weird ones. They won't be running in the pre-market for. I guess they just don't get the volume. I don't even know what happens there, but they just don't move early. I've noticed that before, but they do move during the market. They're a beauty. So keep an eye on that list. Oh, I never even took a picture of it, did I? Shit, I forgot to. I'll do it right after this. My brain is the worst. Um, yeah, let's all right, so we'll take a look at that and yeah, I'll send out that picture. I mean, my little guy I think has a fever. My wife just texted me, so that's great. I think we're gonna have a little guy home today. I'll let him trade with me. That'll be fun. So maybe I'll have him hop on some calls and have a good time. But yeah, sounds like a sounds interesting right there. And anyway, let me look at BLNK. I doubt it's doing anything this morning, but this one's getting set up too, guys. So keep an eye on that blink charging one. That one's looking good. Let me see what you guys want to see over here. Anything going on for you guys? Not a whole lot, huh? I'm telling you, it's not a whole lot going on. Usually Luis Rodriguez and other people would be popping them up here, and like I said, I was looking around and it wasn't much happening here. Kind of just slow moving. Let me look over on stock twits. I'll let you know what is trending here. Jasmy coin, Swift coin, ASTS. Remember, we were looking at that. We've been looking at it. Keep an eye on this thing though. ASTS. Remember, it's up $1.22, and we were thinking it was going to try to bounce back up after that big dip off. And so yeah, watch this bad boy, ASTS. It was on the list last night. It's been on the list. We've been looking at it, and it is curled up there. So looking good for that one. That is ASTS. Intel is up right there, INTC. And like I said, it looks much better after their earnings yesterday. And let's see what else. ExxonMobil's down going into its earnings. It looked good, guy. I told you, I just picked the opposite, whatever I think. And I'm telling you, the thing looks like it wants to roll off that MACD. Let me see what it looks like this morning. Uh, I guess it got flattened out there. It looked way better last night and earlier. It did. It flattened out. That's why I don't mess with them earnings right there. They have earnings coming up today, and it's hitting that resistance. Unless it's like set up off the support line, I've realized if it's anywhere near the resistance coming into earnings, it's probably going down. Unless it's like completely set up like has one certain look really. There's a certain look on earnings that you can see, and they look like they'll move off of that. But yeah, other than that, I don't know if I'm gonna mess with earnings. You guys know that. And Apple's way up, and WBA is our Walgreens, and that's down $1.36. That took a big dip down, came down to a support line. And again, the company doesn't look bad like it did, so it might pull back a little bit more. It has more support down here at 852. It's at 1008. So keep an eye on Walgreens, could pull back. And how about Levi? Good old Levi Strauss. I haven't looked at that company in forever. It's up there though. They got some good old jeans there forever. And let's see, it is moving. Let's see what it's doing here. Levi, it is up yesterday anyway, 1674 to 1908, and it closed at 1893. That's where it looks like it's sitting right there, and it did not look bad. It's trying to get into the top, but we'll see if it does. I don't know if it will, and that's what's trending there. What else is moving? Anything? Yeah, it's kind of just basically flat a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's moving. It's green. It's just trying to set back up from that big pullback. Apple's the one moving today, and that one's looking really good up there, 958. So that is Apple. AMD is up 57 cents. So that one's moving up there and looking pretty good. And let me see if you guys want to see anything else. I don't see anything over here. And like I said, I can understand why. There's not a whole lot happening. So I get it. And we'll just kind of ride out this week. It's not a big deal. Big pullback Monday. And it's obviously rebounding. So that's what we wanted to see at the end of the week. And yeah, it's not looking too bad. The only one down really is NVIDIA. So. It'll probably get moving for next week. I'm betting it'll get set up. So we'll keep an eye on that for next week. And I think we got everything. We went through all of our crypto, our big caps, our Mag 7. We went through our Jolie's jumpers and our laptop travel lowdowns. And I think we got everything else. I don't see anything else up there. So I greatly appreciate you guys hanging out. Again, it's just a little slower setup of a Friday here. I know which one. JJSF. Let's look at J&J Snack Food. That's not moving in the morning either. But they do have their earnings next week, and that's a look that it looks like it's going to pop off its earnings right there, guys. So check out JJSF. And that one is looking pretty good. What about Bitfarm? That was trying to set up yesterday. There's a few of them trying to set up. They're probably not moving. Bitfarm's not moving. Even that Viking VKTX, keep an eye on that. It's up 34 cents, it looks like. And that thing looks like it wants to crawl back up and get moving. And what else? We looked at that ZAPP. We said that was going to be moving. I think it is moving this morning. We looked at it on the Jolie's jumpers. It was moving. It jumped up yesterday. I know that it was. We looked at it this morning already. It's down back to 138. Um, I was saying, look at that one, and what was it? KZIA. That one was looking pretty good. Well, let me type it in. KZIA, and it's down 22 cents, getting set up. So that one ran up yesterday, didn't keep its momentum, and these things just won't keep their momentum. There's very few that keep running a couple days. I'm not gonna lie. And this one just didn't do it. So next week, this one's going to be a great one. So we'll be keeping an eye on that one for sure. And let's look at FRGT because that one's flat, but that one should try to get moving today. So keep an eye on that. It's hitting that line right there. FRGT, let me see. Yeah, that's just yesterday's look, but still looks good at that 142 right there. So there you go, guys. There's a bunch of them to keep an eye on, see what's going on, and I'll keep you guys posted. Like I said, it's just more of a setup time. And that BYON is up 28 cents there and looking good. So it's getting into the top and wants to run up a little bit higher, and that one should pop up there. So keep an eye on BYON. And there you go, everybody. I would say that's a pretty solid pre-market on a Friday to end the week, end the month. Next show, Sunday night, it will be February already. It's crazy how quick things are moving. So yeah, we'll be rolling right into February. I'll keep you guys updated on the ETF 500. It does look like it wants to run up some more, so that's looking pretty good. And the market's not looking bad, just Nvidia down. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you Asian Jolie for Jolie's jumpers and laptop travel for your laptop lowdowns. And Green Thumbs, Lewis Rodriguez, East Coast Beach Girl, Bong Chan, Kevin, who is somebody. It says, who are you for real? And David and Tom and some other people were on there. I saw a few other people dropped out, but appreciate everybody hanging out. Like I said, it has been a little bit slow this week, so I get it. And but it will be getting set up, and I guarantee for next week it's going to get popping again, and everybody's going to be excited. And let's look at Luis Rodriguez likes the Microsoft bounce. Let's look at. I kind of like it down here too, Luis Rodriguez. I'm not going to lie. It did bounce. It did hit that support line and actually came right through it. And usually it does bounce off. That 413 is probably its low. It's back to 419 right now. So yeah, it did. I don't know what happened with its earnings. Again, I never follow them, but I would watch it to try to curl back up. It may bounce back around today just because it's Friday, but yeah, I like it off of that line right there. And maybe just wait for next week because it jumped up that $4 already. I don't know if it's really going to jump up much more today, but I think it will get set up right there and get moving. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on that Microsoft. That'll be a good opportunity work down there for that one. And yeah, there you go, everybody. I would say that looks like a pretty good pre-market. And like I said, everything looks pretty good. Nvidia is down a little bit, and that LLY is down. Did they have their earnings coming up? Because yeah, they had earnings coming up next week, and it was looking good. It was running up there, and this one had run up. It's just a little bit flat, so we'll keep an eye on that Lily Ellie, and it has a lot of room. It could still run up there, so maybe it's just flat getting set up for next week there. So there you go, everybody. I'll keep you guys posted if I see anything on this Friday. Let me know if you guys see anything. I'll let you know what ETF 500 looks like. It should be running today. And anything else that I see, I'll let you guys know in the market. And it's just been a little bit slower this week. Nothing real crazy. Apple's been your big pop back up, and the rest of them were kind of pulled back down as that deep sea happened Monday. So just a little different of a market. And I would say we'll get bouncing back real quick, and next week should be popping, I would assume. So the SPY does look pretty good. Let me just look at it as we leave. Up 268 to 607, curled up and not looking bad. So I think it looks pretty healthy, guys. So let me know if you guys want to see anything, and I'll keep you posted if I see anything moving around and getting set up for next week. And yeah, it should definitely pop back up into that channel, that Microsoft. So yeah, keep an eye on that Microsoft, because it's going to do what Apple did. Apple came all the way down and just is running up right now hardcore. Microsoft's going to do it. Had a really nice sell off and pull back right there. And NVIDIA as well is going to get set up as well. So two to keep a good eye on, and we will definitely find the bottoms and get them run up there. So have a great day, everybody. You know, trade smart, lock in those profits. Goodbye. Good luck. I'll see you later. And like I say, have a great day, and I'll catch you guys later.